Hey everyone, how's it going? Kevin here. I just got back from picking up my books this week, and it's actually a really big week. I didn't realize so many books came out that I grabbed. Um, Seems like a lot of stuff got relocated to this week because my other weeks have been a little bit light, and next week's really small. But that's fine. Anyway, I'm just going to jump right into it. Independent books I got from Dark Horse, Lobster Johnson, Ascent of Lotus, part 1 of 2. If anyone's interested in a really good pulp book, like pulp characters, check this out. It's worth reading. You don't really need to read any of the Hellboy stuff to understand what's going on in that. It just kind of adds to it. But I think a lot of people would enjoy that book. I guess continuing the pulp theme, I picked up... I didn't realize Mark Waid was doing this. I picked this up on impulse. The Rocketeer and the Spirit, Pulp Friction, part 1 of 4, I believe. There was 2 covers. I just thought this one was really cool. And I don't know much about either of these characters. I know the Rocketeer has been like a long-standing IDW series, and then a Pulp character from way back when. I know the Spirit was a Will Eisner creation, I believe, with DC. Up until last year, I think they lost the rights to him because they didn't use him for X amount of time. So IDW snatched up that character, and Mark Waid's writing it. So that's always exciting. I'm excited to give that a read. I didn't pick up Waid's Green Hornet this week. I may get that next week if I can find it. From Andy Diggle, I picked up Uncanny number 2. Number 1 was decent. I'm going to give this one a shot, but if it doesn't impress me, I'm going to drop it just because... I don't know, like, I'm not in love with Dynamite as a publisher. Their books usually let me down at some point, so I just like to, I guess, beat them to the punch. But, I mean, to be fair, Andy Diggle is really the only big writer I've ever read on Dynamite. Except for, I think, Garth Ennis, or Warren Ellis, did a run on Shadow for 7 issues that was pretty good. Anyway, picked up Lazarus number 2 by Greg Rucka with art from Lark. I think Michael Lark, I think. Anyway, that's the team from Gotham Central, and it's I love his art and I love Greg Rucka's writing, and the first issue was great. Yeah, it is Michael Lark, and I'm excited for this series. It looks like it's going to be good. So I'm excited to give this a read. On to Marvel. I dropped this book, but this cover kind of got me to pick it up. I picked up Uncanny Avengers number 10, mostly because of Sentry in the background there. So I'll see how that goes. Some of the future covers look really cool, so I don't know. This book hasn't been bad, but it kind of hasn't been going anywhere, so I was ready to get rid of it, but I mean, I'll give it another shot. Wolverine and the X-Men. This may be my... I think I have 2 issues of this left. This is part 3 of 5 of the Hellfire Saga. I'm not doing Battle of the Atom as of right now. I may end up picking up those issues if I can get them at my other store where I get a pretty good discount. But this book's been great. I just don't want to get, I guess, bogged down in the crossovers and stuff. I thought this book was going to be free of that, but whatever. The Hellfire Saga has been really good. The team's interesting. We get a Lockjaw appearance, apparently, according to the cover, which is awesome. Picked up Young Avengers number 8. If you haven't been reading this book, go get it. It's amazing. It's fun. It's funny. It's a really cool team. What else can I say about it? I don't know, if you're into, like... It does make a lot of pop culture references. It has, like, a Tumblr update page. It's really fun. It's like a teen book that's written right, whereas Teen Titans is kind of just spinning its wheels aimlessly. So I'm kind of enjoying that book. Picked up Hawkeye Annual number 1. Interested to see where this goes. I didn't realize this was going to be, like, a issue focusing on Kate so much. And I didn't know that Aja wasn't doing the artwork on it, but that's fine. It's very similar. Not quite as good. I don't know. This book's been surprisingly good. It is not as good as it was. Like, the first 5 issues knocked it out of the park, and it was, like, phenomenal. And since then, it's kind of losing a bit of its steam, but it's still a very good book. So, I mean, it's worth checking out. This is probably going to be like a... It's going to enrich the reading experience, but probably an equally good standalone story. Another book that I'm surprised that I like so much is Captain America. Captain America number 9 here. Looks like we get a confrontation with Zola. I guess we have one more issue after this in Dimension Z. So I'm interested to see what goes on here with the shocking twist of last issue at the end there. So excited to see where that goes. It's a really good book. Picked up New Avengers number 8. We got a Inhumans book, or a story, I guess, focused on Black Bolt. So pumped about that. I really like the Inhumans. Black Bolt's one of my favorite Marvel characters. Really excited about the news for that Inhumanity book. Looks like the Inhumans are going to get a big push at Marvel, and I'm really excited for that because I really like those characters. And last for Marvel, I picked up Superior Spider-Man number 14. Not so thrilled with Ramos on the art. I don't hate him, but I don't love him. I do want this Green Goblin story to get started, so I'm wondering if he's in this book. And the other thing, looks like this is a Kingpin story, though. That's the Shadowland aspect. And what else was I going to say? The other thing about this book is it does seem like it's lost a little bit of steam as well. Like, this book was... It's still a solid book, though, so I have no complaints, really. I look forward to it every 2 weeks. I wouldn't mind it being monthly, but I guess that's Amazing Spider-Man, right? So, anyway, on to DC. I picked up Talon. I'm on this book until Villains Month, and then I'm going to make my decision on it. It's been good, but I don't really care about the character that much. The Court of Owls thing interests me, but I'd like to see more development with that. I don't love Bane, so, I mean, we'll see. So, I mean, it's been enjoyable. I've recently been reading Jack Kirby's Fourth World saga, the first omnibus of that, and the Mr. Miracle character, Talon reminds me a lot of him, the whole escape artist thing, so that's kind of cool, but we'll see. Batman Superman number 2, I actually like the first issue of this. I know a lot of people have complained. I love the art. It definitely is, Jay Lee's definitely an acquired taste, or it only maybe appeals to certain people, but I really enjoyed it. But I'm excited to see what happens with this. The Earth 2 counterparts should be good. Cover of the week for me is Flash number 22. Awesome cover. Hopefully we get some Reverse Flash in this book. I know Nate on the live show last night was talking about how he's kind of pissed off that there's no Reverse Flash in this book. And it looks like you're going to be happy. But I am really excited for some developments in this book. Maniple's art's phenomenal, or Buccellato. They're both artists and they're both writers, so that's interesting. Great cover. Yeah, the story's a little slow for me, but I am enjoying The Flash, so it's pretty good. The book that I'm most excited for is Justice League Dark 22. I agree the art in the last issue was kind of weak in Justice League of America. I'm wondering if that issue, it felt rushed is what it felt. But I'm excited to read this, excited to see what developments happen in this book. Lots of interesting things I'm hearing about rumors about Superman, maybe not necessarily being Superman, that's all I'm going to say. That's just speculation I've heard, it's not a spoiler or anything. Because that very well might not be true. But we'll see. Red Hood and the Outlaws 22, another book that I'm on the fence about. I think a lot of people feel this way. I think I'm on board until Villains Month, and then I'm going to decide. But if I get a bad issue in between, I might just drop it. Because I'm not too wild about this book. I want to like it, but it's fine. Picked up Superman 22. Actually pretty good. See, I love Rockefort's art, but he's only on like every third issue, so I don't know. But an interesting story with Hector Hammond going on, and the whole Hive thing. It's another crossover book, though. It kind of crosses over with Superboy, and then there's going to be a Return to Krypton story going on. So, not sure. I don't know. I want to read a Superman book, but Scott Lobdell's involved in all of them, so they're all kind of like crossing over. Supergirl isn't really caught up in that, but Scott Lobdell seems to have creative direction over all the Superman books. Because I know Action Comics is written by him, and it seems like that's where that Krypton story is launching, but I think Greg Pak is taking over that on 25, so that should be good. Anyway, Constantine number 5, Trinity War tie-in, face off with Shazam here. Pretty stoked about this book. This Constantine title's been great. It's not Hellblazer. I've recently been reading some Hellblazer, but it's fun for what it is. But I can understand why some people might be turned off of it. But I've been enjoying it, so I'm excited to read that. Picked up Batman: The Dark Knight 22. CJ is always going on about how good this book is, so I decided I'd give it a shot. I read the Scarecrow arc for most of it, and then I dropped it. And then I didn't read any of the Mad Hatter arc, but I figured I'd give this a shot. I like Clayface. This is a really cool cover with Jim Gordon. I didn't think the art was bad. It's definitely a different style, but it looks cool. And I'm getting the Villains Month titles for this, so I figured I might as well just put it on my pull list. So I'm going to give this a shot, at least until September. And then Aquaman number 22, which apparently is a pretty good issue. So looking forward to reading that. Very surprising book in the New 52. Anyway, that's everything I picked up. Pretty big haul this week. About 4 or 5 of those books might not be around for too much longer though. What can I say? Thank you everyone for watching. Looking forward to seeing everyone's videos and watching various hangouts and stuff that go on over the week and the weekend and stuff. And yeah, I appreciate everyone watching. Hope everyone has a great day, and I'll talk to you later.